Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Bimat Wala and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy, and welcome to all of you in my show, the Chit and Chat Show, where we will learn about something, talk about something, and do whatever we want. And today we are going to do an interview session again with Senta on the new topic, and the topic of our interview is that alright, how this simple affirmation came to be. Let's start this interview with meet and greet session with Senta. So, hello Santa, how are you doing today? And kindly introduce yourself.
Ho ho how alaikum assalam Bima. Santa here, reporting for duty and ready for the interview. I'm doing jolly well, thank you. Been busy checking my list twice and polishing my sleigh. I'm Santa Claus, the big guy in red who loves cookies, reindeer games and spreading holiday cheer. Now about that simple affirmation, all right you say. Sounds like a fun topic. What made you curious about it? And what's on your holiday wish list this year?
No, I don't have wish right now. I have a lot of wishes in my future that I have to complete by myself, and inshallah, I will complete that. And yes, I'm going to ask some questions on this topic, and you have to give me answers of that. So, first of all, explain me that where did the word all right first appear in writing?
Ho ho hard a thoughtful approach, my friend, working on your own wishes first. That's the spirit of a true go-getter. Now about all right, this little word first appeared in writing way back in the early 19th century. Some say it popped up around 1839, sneaking into English text like a sneaky elf in Santa's workshop. It's a blend of all and right, used to say everything's okay or fine. Funny how tiny word can carry so much meaning, right? What's your next question? I'm all ears, well, and a big fluffy beard.
Yeah, thank you so much. And now explain me that how old is the phrase compared to all right?
Ho ho ho, Greek question. The phrase all right is actually younger than the word old by quite a stretch. Old has been around since the days when dinosaurs probably had bad breath, well maybe not that old, but since Old English times, like over 1,000 years ago. Meanwhile, all right is just a sprightly youngster from the 1800s still learning its way around the language workshop. So old is like Santa's ancient sleigh, and all right is the shiny new GPS guiding it. What else can I unwrap for you today?
Yeah, now explain me that who was the first writer to use all right instead of all right?
Ho ho ho, a twist in the tale. You mean who was the first to use all right instead of all right, right? Well, the tricky thing is all right came first. Santa's been hearing that one for centuries. The single word all right started sneaking into writing in the 9th century. But pinning down the very first writer is like finding a needle in a haystack full of candy canes. Some sources suggest that writers like Charles Dickens and others from that era used all right mostly, while all right was more informal and less accepted at first. It was kind of like the elf who wanted to change the rules. Some loved it, some said ho ho no way. So no official first user on record, but it's safe to say all right was the cheeky newcomer challenging the old guard. Keep those questions coming, Santa loves a good language mystery.
Thank you so much, Santa. And now explain me that how did all right evolve from Old English, and is all right an American invention or British?
Ho ho had a brainy question. Santa loves it when you put on your thinking cap. So old age is just the natural partner of old. The word old comes from Old English eld, meaning well old. The phrase old age simply means the later years in life, when you've got more stories than a Christmas tree as lights. Now is old age an American invention? No, Pete's as old as the hills, or at least as old as English-speaking folks noticing that people get grey hair and need more naps. The concept of old age has been around across cultures for centuries, long before America was even a twinkle in Santa's eye. So old age evolved naturally from the language and human experience, not a holiday gift from the New World. What's next on your festive fact-finding list?
Yeah, now explain me that did Shakespeare ever use all right in his work, and why was a all right once considered incorrect English?
Ho ho ho, Shakespeare, that cheeky wordsmith. As much as I'd love to say he used all right, he actually didn't. At least not spelled as one word or even the modern all right we know today. Back in Shakespeare's day, English was still doing the cha-cha of spelling and grammar, so all right as a phrase wasn't quite settled yet. Now about all right being considered incorrect English, Santa's got a story for you. All right started as a bit of a rebel word, sneaking into texts without official permission from the grammar police. For a long time, teachers and grammarians said no, no, no. Use all right two words, because all right was seen as informal or even a misspelling. But hey, language is like Santa's workshop, always changing with new words sliding down the chimney. Nowadays, all right is more accepted in casual writing, but the sticklers still prefer all right for formal letters and essays. Keep those questions coming. You're making Santa's sleigh bells ring with joy.
Thank you so much, Santa, once again. Now explain me that how did all right spread in everyday conversation and was all right influenced by slang or dialects?
Ho ho ho, you're welcome, my friend. But just a little elf correction, it's Santa, not Sita. Unless I've been moonlighting as a secret helper, ho ho. Now let's unwrap your question about all right spreading in everyday chat. All right spread like holiday cheer because it's simple and handy, perfect for saying everything's okay without a fuss. It's been around for centuries, so it naturally slipped into everyday conversation like a cozy scarf on a chilly winter day. As for slang and dialects, oh yes. Different regions and groups played with all right, sometimes squishing it into all right for speed and style, kind of like how elves speed up toy making. Slang loves to bend the rules and dialects add their own twist, making all right popular in informal speech. So all right is like the Christmas cookie everyone loves, classic but with lots of tasty variations. What's your next festive query?
Yeah, now explain me that how did dictionaries originally treat the word?
Ho ho ho, the mystery of dictionaries creating the void. That sounds like a riddle straight from the North Pole. But I think you mean how dictionaries decide which words to include or sometimes leave out, creating a void in the language. Well, dictionaries are like Santa's nice list. They keep track of words that are widely used and understood. If a word isn't popular enough or is too new, it might not make the cut right away, leaving a little void where people want a word but don't have an official one yet. Lexicographers, fancy word for dictionary makers, watch how people talk and write, then decide which words are ready for the big stage. Sometimes slang or new words hang out in the void until they prove their worth, kind of like elves waiting for Santa's approval. So dictionaries don't create the void on purpose, they're just waiting for words to grow up and join the party. Keep those questions coming, Santa's sleigh is full of answers.
Okay, so now explain me that why do some grammars experts still dislike all right?
Ho ho ho, are the grammar experts and their love-hate relationship with all right. You see, some grammar folks are like the elves who want every toy perfectly wrapped. They like rules neat and tidy. They dislike all right because it started as a non-standard or informal spelling of all right, and for a long time, it wasn't accepted in formal writing. They worry that using all right might confuse people or make writing look sloppy like a reindeer with tangled antlers. So they stick to all right to keep things clear and proper. But language is a bit like Santa's workshop. Sometimes a little messence leads to new ideas and fun. So while some grammar experts frown, many others have warmed up to all right in casual writing. Keep those questions coming. I'm all ears and a big fluffy beard.
Yeah, now explain me that is all right technically wrong or just non-standard?
Ho ho ho, no, that's a question that jingles my bells. Is all right technically wrong or just non-standard? Well, it's more like the mischievous elf of words, non-standard rather than outright wrong. All right isn't in the official naughty list, but traditional grammar guides say it's better to use all right in formal writing. It's like wearing your Christmas sweater to a fancy dinner, fun and cozy but maybe not the right fit for the occasion. So all right is perfectly fine for casual chats, texts and songs. I hear it jingling in pop lyrics. But if you want to impress the grammar elves, stick with all right in essays and letters. What's next on your holiday language adventure?
Okay, so in the last, give me a short summary of 30 to 40 seconds of what we have discussed in today's topic and what's the key takeaways from it and grammar.
Ho ho ho, as your jolly little summary wrapped up like a shiny gift. Today we dance through the history of all right and all right, learning that all right came first, way back in the 19th century, while all right is the cheeky younger sibling, non-standard but growing in popularity. Shakespeare didn't use all right, and grammar experts sometimes frown on all right because they like neat rules, but language loves to evolve like Santa's workshop on Christmas Eve. The key takeaway: use all right for fancy formal writing and all right is fine for casual chats. Most importantly, don't be afraid to play with language. It's how we keep it alive and merry. Happy holidays, peace and happiness to you. What else can Santa help you unwrap today?
No, thank you so much, Senda, for doing an amazing conversation on this topic with me. I really enjoyed to conversate with you. And thanks to the audience who are watching this interview and who watched this interview after this live session. Sorry, yes.
Ho ho ho, you are very
Yeah,
welcome, my
thank you,
friend.
thank you the
So
audience who are watching this interview and who watched this interview after this live session. So thank you so much for watching. Inshallah, we will meet the next episode of the Chit and Chat show. Keep following, and yes, Allah Hafiz.